Hello everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. I'm outside under my rancho, looking like I might have to take a day off from sun. It's a little bit cloudy today, but it's nice and cool and there's a breeze blowing, so yeah, we just roll with the punches, huh? Take the days as they come. The subject of the talk today is it's kind of one I notice every day, and I've meant to actually talk about this before. I see it every day that people will find out somebody that they watch on YouTube, somebody that they follow, somebody that they get information from that is a source of information. Either they find out that they eat something or do something that that's not approved of by the person watching, or it's not their way, or the person actually offends them in some way, maybe their personality. Even with some of the YouTubers out there, some of their personalities are somewhat abrasive, and I can think of any number of those. Or just sometimes it's a comment that turns somebody off, and that person says, "I will never watch that. I'm unsubscribing," or "I'm unliking their page on Facebook," or whatever. I think sometimes it can be stubborn. It can be like you know, an old saying from when I was a kid: cutting off your nose to spite your face. Ooh, I'm going to show this person. They're going to have one less subscriber in me. I'm going to get rid of them. I very, very, very rarely unsubscribe from people on YouTube. I can think of one person that I have, and no, I mean, I'm sure there's been more, but one person sticks out in my head, and to be quite frank, they were just so annoying was the main thing. But normally, I don't ever unsubscribe from anybody. I will drop out of groups a little bit more. I'll unlike a page a little bit more. But on a page, it's just more because that's kind of like a group. That's kind of like a group you're joining. And a lot of times I'll just unlike a page just because the vibe of the page is not mine. So it's not so much like I'm mad or, yes, I don't agree with this. I just don't feel like there's anything for me there. But when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to a lot of groups out there, when it comes to a lot of people that are sources of information, I don't take this approach. You know, another old cliche is it's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater. Okay, this person eats something you don't eat. You disagree on something philosophically. They might even, you know, be an asshole. They might have a personality type that you don't like. I'm greedy. I will take my information anywhere I get it. And I've always been fond of saying truth is truth, no matter who it comes from. And I see that too. Like all of a sudden there's a lot of people out there that once they dislike somebody, their channel or their page or whatever, they tend to want to argue with everything that person says. Now, just because you don't like a person, we could even take a person that is pure evil, and if that person from occasionally speaks the truth, well, the truth is the truth regardless of whose mouth it comes out of. Now, talking about somebody that's evil, that's an extreme. There's nobody, just to make sure nobody picks that up, I'm not calling anybody evil out there. I'm just using that as an example of going to the very far stretch of even if somebody evil were saying something, it's still truth. But in this case, I mean, there's so many people. Jesus, if I watched people that I only agreed with what they ate and how they delivered their information and everything they did 100%, I wouldn't be watching YouTube very much. There's only a couple or three YouTubers that I watch out there that I feel like, yeah, this is kind of like my group. I really feel kind of in line, like we're really on the same trail, that we're eating the same. But it doesn't matter. A lot of those people that I'm not on the same page with 100%, I get a lot of great information from them. And I'm not going to make some kind of a stand philosophically or morality-wise, like, you know, I'm offended or whatever. I like to get my information where the sources are, you know, from whatever sources are out there. And I just think, you know, by just having this kind of almost, it's not a snobbish approach, but it's like, you know, just not having that open mind. And I've got a filter too. Maybe people don't trust their filter as much as I do. It's the same reason I watch TV. I hear people all the time saying, well, there's so much garbage and this and that on TV. I got filters, man. I got all kind of filters running through my brain that I can pretty much, I'm not easily, you're not going to mind control me very easily. I mean, I can watch stuff that I totally disagree with and it's not going to touch me, it's not going to pollute me, it's not going to get into my head. I just filter that out. And then when there's good stuff in there, information that I feel like I can use, I use that. And there's so many people, if you limit yourself in this YouTube world, especially the YouTube world, you're missing a lot of good stuff out there. And I would even include, from my raw vegan education, I watch raw till 4 people. I watch people that don't eat fully raw. And even these people there's some people that don't eat fully raw, maybe that do raw till 4, that I get more information that helps me on my raw vegan lifestyle than, say, other raw vegans out there. So it's just, don't close your mind off. This was going to be a short one today. It's just something, you know, another one for you to think about. It's don't close your mind off. If you, like, there's a few people out there I'm subscribed to, and it's not like it's blowing up your feed every 15 minutes. I mean, I can't even tell you how many people I'm subscribed to, but I've gotten used to that feed going through, and I see who's got a new video. Yeah, I'm watching them, and them. This person, you know, and then there's people that I'm subscribed to that once in a blue moon, a title pops up, and I click on it, and I get something out of it. Then I do have to admit, there's a few people I've kept on the subscription list that I pretty much get absolutely zero out of anymore. But it's not costing me anything. They're on the subscription list. I mean, yeah, half the time, I mean, okay, I don't look at very many of their videos anyway. Every once in a while, a interesting title will pop up. I'll click on it. Within a couple of minutes, I'm like, okay, yeah, no, I see why I don't watch many of these videos. I click it off. But there's no reason for me to unsubscribe from the channel. I just keep, you know, when something catches my eye, or I think this could be an interesting video, I watch it. And if it's not interesting to me, or if it's wrong information, in my opinion, I click to another video. That's a very simple tool. I don't give a thumbs down. I don't make negative comments on people's videos. I generally don't make negative comments in social media in general, because that's just not my vibe, and also it's actually selfish. I don't have time to get into, I'm in here to interact with people that are interested in networking and sharing information and helping each other grow. I'm not interested in back and forth arguing and debating all the time. You're just wasting a lot of time out there when this every day is a constant debate. I'll tell you what, I'll challenge you to something. If you don't think, like, because a lot of people probably think, well, that's not me, I don't do that. And you may not have a bad vibe, you may not be bad about it, but I'll tell you this, try to pay attention for one day to social media and YouTube videos, and don't argue with anybody about anything. No matter what anybody says, no matter how ridiculous it is, blah, 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 don't argue with it. Because in the end, it's none of that stuff moves us forward. All that stuff does is actually kind of pull you back, because every second that you're arguing and debating with somebody else, that's time taken away that you could be watching something productive, reading something productive, doing something productive, or making something productive. And all for and I'll go back to it, it's mostly ego. It's mostly ego. It's ego of, it's almost like fighting or physical or whatever. It's just like, I will overwhelm you, I will bring you to my way of thinking, I am right, me, my thoughts, blah, blah, blah. It's a waste of time. So, just to kind of finish this one up, this will be a really quick one today. I say so, and I ramble on, and it's about the same amount of time. Just be a little bit more open-minded. Watch videos of people you may not like. Watch people of videos that don't eat exactly like you. There is always something out there to be gained by having an open mind. I tell you, I promise you, and here's another one for you with the social media experiment of trying not to argue for a day. Go out there today, and or go out for the rest of the week and try to watch some new people on YouTube. Or watch some people that aren't, or if you're fully raw vegan, find some good people that are raw till forward. Watch them. Just watch them for a few days. I'm not saying you got to do it forever, but try out what I'm talking about. You know, watch more of a variety of people. Keep your mind open. And this is just all about learning and sharing, people. Anyhow, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel, and hang in there one more day, and we're at the weekend again. Peace. I had to pop back on for one more second. This isn't really related to the subject of the video. I just keep meaning to put this in a video and I forget. See now, yeah. As I mentioned to you guys, it's time for my trip to the States again. I'll be flying to the States on next Wednesday, week from yesterday. And I just wanted to say this time, you know, you never know who's watching out there. People interested, sometimes they tell me later after I've been somewhere, oh, you know, I live here, I live there. If anybody's close to the area of Pensacola, Florida, you know, shoot me a message or something if you may be interested. And I can't say, I'm not going to be popping down. I go to Pensacola maybe once or twice during my trips to the States. And there's a great little vegan restaurant in Pensacola that I eat at every time that I'm there. I will be there probably a week from this coming Saturday. I don't know my schedule yet, but just get in touch if you're in the Pensacola area. I'd love to meet some folks like me close to home. See you guys again. Thanks.